Hey everybody, it's Shannon. Today I want to talk with you guys about emotional hygiene. One of my favorite topics to talk about, and some people don't really necessarily know what that is, but there's a few really awesome TED Talks about it if you want to dive deeper into it. But emotional hygiene is being aware of your current state of emotion and choosing to clean that shit up. Because listen, we wash our hair, we wash our body, we wash our car, we wash we wash our home, we wash our animals. How often are we really washing our mind and washing our emotions? Not that often. And it is such a huge piece of how to really own your power. And it's a really way to flex your power and to flex your willpower. And so I want to talk with you guys about how to do that, about how to really wash your mind and wash your emotions and use your willpower to do that, and how that really does affect our physical appearance and the health of our body, how our body really is listening to everything. And really that's the way that I kind of look at health, is that my body is actually responding to what my thoughts, what my feelings, and what emotions are, and that I actually have control over that. And so, most people, they just want to look good. They don't necessarily want to be good. And I personally want to look good and be good and feel good, all of those things together. And so if you want that too, then, continue listening to my videos, because it's pretty much my platform right now. But, our mind and our body cannot be separated. And I really find it quite fascinating how many people are in denial about their feelings and how they want to keep that separate from everything. But it really is controlling everything. And you cannot separate it. And so when you don't feel good, where do you not feel good at? In your body. When you feel good and you feel really great, where do you feel that at? You feel it in your body. And so your body and your mind are working simultaneously with one another, and it cannot be separated. And so if there are health issues that are happening in your body, if there are things in your physical appearance, you can't just deal with it on a physical level. It has to be dealt with from the mind and body together. They're one. And so your body is truly listening to everything that you're saying. I can tell you many, many stories about how this goes for people. But, a perfect example is once I knew somebody that had the coolest hair. He had the coolest hair, wavy, curly, thick hair, but he hated it. He hated that hair. And he would say it all the time. He wanted it to be straight. He wanted it to be a different way. Well, guess what? That hair fell out. It said, I'm out of here, buddy. You keep talking to me like this, making me feel bad, I'm out of here. And that's what happens with our body. But a lot of times we don't really necessarily realize the thoughts and emotions that are happening because they've been there for so long and we're just used to it. And so I read this book once called The Untethered Soul. It's a really good book. I highly recommend it. But in that book, he challenged the reader to pay attention and become mindful and aware of your thoughts, feelings, and emotions towards yourself in the shower. And I said, all right, okay, I'll try it. And so I did it, and listen, y'all, I couldn't even believe all of the thoughts that were actually going on. I thought that I loved myself. I thought I felt good about myself, but really, apparently, I hated different parts of my body and was performing this self-loathing ritual on a daily basis in the shower without ever even fully becoming aware of it. And so the first part of emotional hygiene is becoming aware of what you're actually thinking, saying, and telling your body. And so I challenge you all to do that. Just take a few minutes in the shower and just notice how you're speaking to yourself. And if you're already cleaning your body, you might as well be cleaning up the rest of that shit. So your emotions, again, are controlling everything. Every single part of it. And I'm going to continue to talk about this with you guys because it gets really juicy and exciting when I start talking about the parts of how your body is in control, or your mind is in control of your body, and you can change your mind. So I guess what I really mostly want you guys to know is that I think the biggest key to emotional hygiene is, again, becoming aware of the thoughts and emotions. And so once you have become of the aware, or once you have become aware of the thoughts and emotions that you're having about yourself or your body or a different part about it, the next phase is a lot of people say, well, okay, it is that way. Like, I don't like my hair, or I do have a big nose, or my butt's too big, or my butt's too little, or my boobs are too little, or whatever it is. Everybody has something. And the really crazy thing is that our body is doing so many amazing things. Like, seriously, miracles are happening all the time. Just the fact that I'm able to see with my two eyes, just the fact that I'm able to hear, the fact that I can smell. We focus sometimes in our culture so much on what it looks like, but what about all of the amazing things that your nose is doing so you can smell and taste your food? That's amazing. And we just let that go unappreciated. And then we say, oh, my nose is too big, or whatever is going on with your body. And it really is absorbing that and taking that in and keeping it there. And so I really want to challenge you guys today to take a few minutes this week in the shower or wherever you are and take notice of how you're actually talking and thinking about your body. And then I want you to think about the tool of flexing your willpower. Whatever choose to say that my ass is too big, whatever choose to say that my nose is too big, or that I'm ugly, or that I'm not good enough, or I'm too fat, or I'm old, or I'm wrinkly, or the litany of self-loathing that could happen and the weapons of self-destruction that we place on ourselves it's really crazy once you start popping that can and noticing it. And I encourage you all to do that so that you then can take control back of your life, your appearance, and mostly the way that you feel about yourself and the way you treat yourself, because it's everything. And it really has to start with you, and it has to start with the emotional hygiene of it and cleaning that shit up. So yeah, more for you guys on this one. I hope that you're enjoying this and playing around with your willpower. And I hope you clean up your emotions this week.